going to do my everyday makeup routine. First thing I do is I put on my contacts. Okay, this is Princess Mimi, I think, from Honey Color. Okay, so now that I have my contacts on, I will do moisturizer. Next, I'm just gonna go in with this dewy coconut setting mist, just to kind of set my face so that my makeup doesn't come off. Not a lot, just a little. Okay, now if you're on TikTok and you follow Erica, you've heard about this before. This is the Tiger Grass color correcting treatment. I don't know if it'll focus, if you guys will see it, but it's by Dr. Jart. It has a SPF of 30. I think so. Yep. So, and I don't like wearing foundation, so I usually wear this on a daily basis. If I, am going out or something, I might wear foundation, but that's just depending on how I feel, because I don't really like how foundation feels on my skin. It feels like very cakey, too heavy. So I will usually wear this instead. Yeah, it comes with a little spatula like this, and I just kind of like scoop it with the spatula and put it on my face in like very thin layers. And then I just blend it in with my fingers. You could use a beauty blender, but for me, I personally prefer my fingers because it makes it blend into your skin more. Like, it blends into your skin better. Yeah, like it's like very light. You can still see like my marks. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with concealer. I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, and this is in the shade 160. It's like the pinkish kind of shade. I usually don't put that much, but I don't know why I decided to put so much. Okay, and then to help blend it out, I'm gonna use NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, and then I'm just gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. Okay, now that that is good, I use this powder. It's by Givenchy. Is that how you say it? It's this one. It has a cushion and it has 4 different colors. So what I like to do is I like to shake it and kind of like twirl this around to kind of mix the colors all in, and I'll just kind of like set everything in with this. So yeah, just setting everything in. I'm like a normal to oily kind of skin type, but right now my skin is like kind of normal. In the summer I'll be like really oily because that's like hot and like when I sweat a lot. Okay, now we'll like contour bronze my face because I look like a ghost. This is the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade medium. I'll just use a basic contour brush, and I start from my forehead and I kind of blend it down to like my cheekbones, and just kind of blend it out like that. And we'll do the same to the other side. And then take a little more and start blending it down to my jawline like this. And we'll do the same on the other side. Contour my chin. I think it's okay for now. Okay, and then I'll take like a smaller brush like this, and I'll contour my nose. So I'll take a little bit, tap it. So starting at the tip of my nose, I like to just draw 2 lines like this. My nose is pretty small, or so that's what people say. So yeah, I just like tried my best to like make a button nose, but that's just like, I like don't put any effort in it. I just kind of like accentuate how my nose already looks, instead of like rather changing the shape of it. So I'm doing this difference, and then I'll take a little more, tap it, and then I'll blend it up to my eyebrows like this. I feel like if you contour it right here, that makes your nose look like longer, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I do because my nose is pretty small, so do this to kind of accentuate and make my nose longer, and then I'll blend it down like so, like this. And then I feel like if it's too dark, which I feel like it is, I'll blend it out with my finger. So I'm using this, I got it off of Shein. Yeah, it's really affordable, and they come in like, I think I got like a 7-pack for like $5. I'll take a little bit at the tip, just like that, and then I'll kind of like draw out what I want, just like this, and then we'll blend out like so. Yeah, one thing I really like about this is that it has like a shape, like, no, not a straight end right here, so you could just like use it to like do that instead of like drawing a straight line down your nose. Okay, and then I'll take a little bit and put it at the tip of my nose as well, and then do this, a line like that, and then that's how I contour my nose. For the rest of my face, I don't like going all the way, so I'll kind of do like this, if that makes sense. So like I'll start here and then just kind of like draw it back and like kind of dust it out like so, like that, and then do a little bake up there, and that'll be it for baking. Then now we'll move on to eyebrows. I use this I use e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Looks like this, has a little brush at the end, and it's like this. I use the shade Taupe. How I do my brows, I'll start with this side. Usually, honestly, it kind of depends on which side I start with. But we'll start with this side. Yeah, I like my brows to be more straight, so I feel like they shape my face best. So I'll start at the inside here and just draw like a line, just like that. And then I'll like bring it out and draw my tail. Like that. And like honestly my brows are different every day. Like I just draw them compared to how I feel. So some days my brows will be like a bit more high and a bit more arched than other days. So sorry, my nose. Okay, so and I'll just connect it like so and then fill it in. And then I don't really like to touch this part right here. I'll brush it out like this. So remember the line that we drew down here? I'll just like use the brush to fan it out and then brush it up. Like so. And then I'll brush out this side to make it less patchy. And that's how I do my brow. And then we just have to copy and paste it onto this side, which I hope won't be as hard. Okay, so the same thing. We start with a line right here and just draw it out. I also feel like this side is like more bushier. And the other side, they're cousins. Honestly, I used to like care a lot if my eyebrows were like really symmetrical, but like my face is not symmetrical, so like it's just not gonna look symmetrical. It's just not gonna look symmetrical no matter how much I try. Like that's just one thing I've realized. So now I like don't really care if they're like sisters or like twins or like, you know, just cousins. And then I'll use this concealer to go in and do it and to conceal, kind of fix the edges. And I'll use this brush, but before that I'm just gonna brush away all the bake because I don't like to bake for too long. Okay, I'll just take a little bit on my brush. If there's too much, I'll like wipe off the excess on my hand, but I think it's fine. And I just go in and I just kind of like make the brows more defined. And then I'll take a beauty blender and I'll just like lightly blend out. That way it's just like not a block of like concealer there. Just like that. And the same on this side. Just like that. Okay. Now for the eyes, I usually don't wear any eyeshadow. If I'm feeling it, I use my blush. I use Mario, the Soft Pop powder brush in the shade Poppy Pink. And this is what it looks like. Very pink. I also have another shade of, and it's called Wildberry, and it's a bit more like matted, purpley pink. And then these two are my like favorite blushes. Like they're the only ones I use. And I use them depending on my mood. Like if I feel like a bit more like bright, then I'll use the Poppy Pink. If not, I'll use the Wildberry. I also have these two palettes from Roman. They look like this. This one is the Rosebud Garden, and this is how she looks. And then this one is the Light and Glitter Garden, and this is how she looks. This one is like all of the, they're all glitters in this one. And sometimes when I'm feeling it, I'll put on glitter. But for today, I'll go in with this palette, the Rosebud Garden, these three shades here at the end here. And I'll mix it all in with my finger. I feel like with these palettes, they're like very chalky, so like they're best if you use your finger to blend everything in, or else like with a brush it's just not gonna look as good because it's so chalky feeling, you know. Okay, so with that, I'll blend a little bit on my eyelid like so, just like that, and blend it out like that. For eyeliner, I use Sephora's waterproof eyeliner, the liquid one. It's in the shade number 2, which is brown. It looks like this. I like to draw my top line first, and then the second one. Honestly, my eyeliner is different every day because, you know, I don't have like a set eyeliner that I do. My eyeliner is different every day depending on how I feel and how I do it. It's alright. Now let's go with glitter. So it's the shade Twinkle Pink in the Light and Glitter Garden. This second one right here. Just a little bit. And put it in the middle and then slightly blend out. Just like that. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Same thing to this side. I don't know. So that's that. Okay, now for blush, I'm feeling this pink one, the Poppy Pink. And I'll just go in with my brush and untap and tap it onto my face. Blend it out, and then do some on my nose. And I don't know about you, but I like blush on my forehead like this. It gives you like a more flushed, blushing kind of look. And then on my chin, and that's that. And then I'll go back in with bronzer and bronze my face more because I feel like I'm too pale. Okay, and then I'll set my face And I'll use this palette. This palette is Nikki Tutorials palette. This is what it looks like. And I usually use the middle shade. So I'll just use my finger, tap on it, and put it on my nose and on my nose bridge right there. And then I'll use a smaller brush, and with the same shade, I'll do my inner corner just like that. There's that. And then lastly is mascara. I just use a normal thing. I'll try to get as close to the roots as possible, and I'll curl one time and then bend it upwards a little bit and curl again. I don't know, my everyday one is the Sky High. That's my everyday one. But I also do have this one from Lancome, Monsieur Big. I don't know, I kind of want to try it today. Let's wear it. With mascara, I start at the bottom and then just kind of work my way up. I don't know if you can even see it. Okay, last but not least is my lips. I went in with a little bit of Vaseline here. My lips are really chapped. Don't mind that. But I used the Givenchy lipstick in the shade Deep Velvet. With this, I'll put a little bit on my inner lip and then a little bit on my Cupid's bow. So I'll use the like tippy top of it to draw just a tiny bit. Just like that. Okay, now I use my finger and blend everything out. That's what I do with my lips. So this is how the makeup looks. Everyday makeup kind of look, you know. But yeah, you can still see like my blemishes and like acne scars and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really like foundation. So yeah, that's my makeup routine. Thank you for watching. I'm just gonna go study at a library now, but yeah. Hi. Thank you.